Yes, assalamu alaikum. Okay, so I am so excited right now because MTR is talking to a Muslim girl. Wow, okay, I haven't watched this yet, but it has motivated me to talk about something that keeps being put on my table every time I try to run away from it. It just keeps coming back. So I might start this discussion and see where it goes. Okay, so this isn't going to be easy to talk about, and I'm just going to talk until I need to leave. I need to go to work or whatever. So I'm just going to do this candidly. I have no notes in front of me, no research, no stats, nothing. Just talking from like my own experience. So please don't use this as resource for anything serious. I'm just discussing, okay? So, as some people might know or not know, in the Islamic faith, there are people who are polygamous and they have more than one spouse. And as I've learned about other religions and cultures, people are polygamous as well, just not under the name of religion. And they don't have a specific number of spouses or whatever that they can have and stuff. So I'm gonna try to get to my point as soon as I can. So I think that in my own experience, when I was younger, I did not know about this. Like I didn't even know about this, about my own like culture or religion or whatever. So I do not come with, extensive background or information about this. So as I got older and started thinking about marriage and what I want to do with that kind of life, and I do wear like head covering and all that. So physically, I'm identified as a Muslim, like when a guy sees me or whatever. So recently, you know, since we do communicate a lot online and even when we're getting to know each other as potential partners, we do a lot of our getting to know stuff, meet and greet online or through texts and stuff. So I've been asked many times if I would accept polygamy. Whew. Okay, so I never imagined myself talking about this, um, in the general sense or in the personal sense or whatever, but it's just, like I said, it's been like coming up again and again and again. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just maybe reflect. Okay. As you can see, it's hard for me to like put my words together because I'm in shock with the number of guys who want this and want to talk about this and want, you know, um, want to be in polygamous relationships. Okay, so when I was reading about like the history of Islam and like how the Prophet, peace be upon him, was, had several spouses and stuff like that and was polygamous. It did not, um, it did not stir any negative emotions in me. I did not think it was disgusting or anything like that because of the understanding of who he was as a person and who he was as a prophet and as a human. Okay. So it never made me feel disgusted. And then when I did a little more reading, I found out that it was a norm in human history, like that people were in polygamous relationships and that historically um, cave people, I guess, had that, and what I understood is that as religions came and whatever, like developed or whatever, by the time Islam came, it was um, controlled, and one man could only have four spouses or whatever. So yeah. So for me, like all of that reading was just research, history. It was intriguing. It's like, oh, okay. But fast forward to our century, I don't think that men and women, um, we're not, we're not, um, we don't live amongst prophets. We don't live amongst men who are, you know, at that level of responsibility and manhood and I don't know, strength, wealth, um, all of the things that come with prophethood and seniority in like leadership, behavior, you know, character, morals, values, things like that, and stuff. So the people that I see in our time who are polygamous and seem like their life is um, okay, are very, very, very few, and they're very old in age, and I don't know, they don't live the typical um, Western or urban or whatever, our modern lifestyle. So I'm finding it very weird that a lot of guys still want to do this and they think that it's okay. And then you, as a female, you can get accused that you're modern and that you don't follow the religion and blah, blah, blah when you refuse a polygamous proposal. Just gonna have some water. So I'm just gonna try to like close this reflection. Basically, the guys that have tried to open this discussion with me are people I don't think should think about this at all because of many reasons. One being, this should not be your first discussion with a new human. When you're trying to get to know someone, like it can't be the first question. Like it can't be the first discussion. Hey, how are you? My name is so and so. Hey, so do you accept polygamy? What? What? You know, it's like, what? Do you not have anything else that you want to discuss? Um, Number two, really, is that like what you found in the religion that you could do or claim that you were, um, you know, serving the Muslim nation through? Like, really, you couldn't find anything else other than polygamy? You know? And then number three, um, have you even read about polygamy and its um, conditions and um, all of that stuff? Because it took me a long time to read about this and to learn about it. And in the end, I'm like, okay, if I lived in that century, like that would be a different case for me. But I don't know, in this century, I still have not come across any man who I would be like, wow, you're so amazing that I would agree to be in a polygamous relationship with this person or whatever. Like their life, I haven't seen anyone whose life speaks for them, you know, like without them trying to advocate for themselves and say, yeah, I think I can be a polygamous spouse or whatever, right? You shouldn't need to advocate for yourself or polygamy. If you're doing that, then uh, I personally don't think you should think about that. um, many other reasons I could like think of and stuff. Why to me this is very disgusting. Like the way it's done is really disgusting. It's so disgusting to the point that I'm like, I do sometimes think I just want to stay single because I can't even believe that this is running through a lot of males like mentality, and there are males who are not controlling these males, if that makes sense. It's so scary. It's really scary, like what's going on right now. To me, Muslim men who are practicing polygamy, like the ones I've seen or heard of, to me, it's just the same as stories that I hear about when my friends talk about their spouses cheating, infidelity. It's all the same to me. Sounds like it's all the same. I just don't know how they were able to consummate these marriages or how who they found that allowed them to go through the process of an Islamic marriage. Scary. It's very scary. It's very scary. Um, uh, yeah, this is very sad. Very sad. Another pattern that I noticed in like these people's like chatting style or texting style is that when they talk about polygamy or when they introduce themselves and they want to make it seem like they're such nice guys and nice people and he and like smile faces and cute whatever, the moment you show resistance or disagreeing with the idea of polygamy, they're like roar. Right? And it's like, okay, that was quick. Yesterday I was talking to a friend and she was saying that there are girls who throw themselves into like they'll throw themselves onto married guys and ask them to marry them and stuff. And I'm like, why would they do that? And she said they could be desperate. And I'm like, what's desperate? What entails desperateness? So that was an interesting discussion as well, right? So I don't know how I found MTR's videos or whatever. I stopped watching them now because his message is clear. So you don't really need to keep watching every single video to understand like what he's trying to do. What I really like about his channel and what he's doing is that he opened the discussion. He opened the discussion. Learn from this, Muslim guys. He's able to have full discussions about stuff, right? That's missing in our community. Like I haven't seen a guy who's able to have conversation to this level. MTR's psychology and background and story and transformations, he made very clear, right? Like he made it very clear like how his life has evolved, how he has evolved as a person and as a man and as all that stuff. He did talk about his high school life, I think, a little bit. So I can identify with his type of person. Like few guys can talk about this, right? Like few guys can talk about their transformations, their ups and downs and all of this stuff. I wish he was a Muslim, to be honest. I wish he was a Muslim because this is it, guys. Like the reason I'm posting this video is to show you that it is possible to be able to have these discussions with females and not feel threatened and not feel like, this female is trying to compete with you or have a power struggle or anything. No, man. Like, I feel like Islam, like, Muslims say this is the last religion or this is the continuation after Christianity or whatever. So Muslim men can look to Christian men and whatever, like men from other cultures and religions to learn from them how to have a discussion, how to be able to discuss things with your spouse and daughter and females in your life who just want to understand, they want to learn, they want to be able to talk, doesn't mean they want to shut you down or do this or whatever, like challenge your whatever masculine leadership and anything. It's just skills, man. Like it's skills, it's communication, it's open-mindedness. It's a lot of things that I see in MTR, right? So check out his videos. Like, why not? Like, just see what a lot of females are looking for, like when you're trying to have a discussion with a potential spouse, let alone, let alone the second spouse. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm trying to stay open-minded, right? Like I'm trying to stay open-minded and, try to have this discussion. Sorry, I have to end by saying yuck, but I'm impressed with some of MTR's videos. All right, bye.